Let's start this meeting. Hello, good morning, everybody. Today is the 11th of December, 2020, as usual. Okay, let's share our book. And let's go in it on the right page that we have to discuss about it. Okay, this is a nice thing. Listening and speaking, we are at page 10 in our book. On a piece of paper, we should write the sentence, I look forward to hearing from you. First of all, this is very important sentence when we are using commercial language, because I look forward to hearing from you. It could sound unusual as a building construction, because usually to and ing together in the same sentence, it seems like a big mistake. Actually, it's not, because it's just a way that we have to use like it is. So I look forward to hearing from you, okay? That we can translate in any way we wish. Non vedo l'ora di vederti, as usually look forward, you know, that is non vedere l'ora. Even in Italian, we use quite an unusual building. So just look at this. Now, we know that different kind of writing, usually they are talking about people's personalities. They say people that are expert in graphology. So do you believe that your signature might say something about our personality, Myla?
Yeah.
Yeah. How is your signature?
Perfect.
Is perfect. What do you mean? That is very you
Clear.
can understand it very well.
Clear, yes.
Yeah.
Not so complicated. It's perfect. Basically.
Short, because you got a short name like mine.
Yes. And it's clear. It's possible to read.
So you can understand your name and surname just with your signature. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And what about yours, Anna?
My name is very, very long.
Long. Name and surname. You gotta, yeah, you got a story. You haven't got a signature.
Yes. And so the signature is normal.
Normal. And you, Joanna? Yeah. And you, Joanna?
And mine signature is very confusing.
Confusing.
And like me, in fact, the G of my name is different of the G of my surname. My complete name is Giovanna Grasso, but the first G is different from the second G.
That is unusual, actually.
I don't know why.
If you don't know, anybody else can.
No. But if the signature talk about our personality, I think my personality is a little bit confused.
Okay. Mine, actually, you can understand just the first letter that is a very nice P, and all the rest is just like this. So I do a P and then nothing, and it's always different. But the P is stand there. It's just a P with something else. Okay, now let's read an extract from a book about graphology. Okay. Joanna, could you please read?
Okay. What your signature says about you. Your signature is the part of your signature is the part of your handwriting that says the most about your personality. It is quite common for your signature to change during your life because it reflects how you develop and evolve as a person. You may have more than one signature, for example, a more formal signature, name and surname, when you sign a credit card on your passport, and an informal signature, just your first name, when you sign a birthday card. Our signature is very much part of the way in which we present ourselves to the world. So it can give some important clues about the kind of person we are and how we feel about ourselves.
Yeah, very good. Okay, now let's try to listen if everything is working. Yeah, you have a disco there. A disco in phone. We are going to listen to an expert in graphology talking about how to interpret somebody's personality from their signature. Okay. Where is the listening? That's a straight. I don't see the icon to push for listening. Oh, it's here. Okay. Okay. So let me put the Bluetooth to let you hear. Just 1 second. Okay, done. One, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, let's.
(1.17). What's in your signature?
Our signature is very much part of the way in which we present ourselves to the world, so it can definitely give us some clues about the kind of person we are and how we feel about ourselves. As you know, a person's signature usually consists of a first name and a surname, or an initial and a surname. Your first name represents your private self, how you are with your family, and your surname represents your public self, the way you are at work or school and in your social life. If you use only initials either for your first name or your surname in your signature, this means that you're more secretive and protective about either your private or public self. Now, look at the space between your name and surname. Are the two names very close together, or is there a reasonable space between them? The more space there is between your name and your surname, the more you wish to keep these two parts of your personality separate.
That's interesting. I didn't know it. So that's, I have just one single word. So that's interesting. Okay, so did you understand that? So your name means your private self. What about your surname?
Public.
Our public self.
Public self. What about you use only initial either for your first name or your surname?
You are protective.
Okay. And when there's a space between your name and your surname?
Something like a secret.
You want to? Well, I didn't hear it.
Something like a secret, something like that.
You're more secretive and protective. Huh? No, actually, that you want to keep, the bigger the space, the more you want to keep the two parts of your personality separate. That is your private and your public.
Yeah.
Private self and
Separate.
public self. Okay.
Okay.
So actually, I don't have any private self means because I got
Me
no-
too.
And you too.
Because no.
So it's true, actually. You know, it's true. Because my signature is just more similar to this. Now, let's see the size. Talk about the size. So, your first name is bigger than your surname, means that your surname is bigger than your first name, means that the whole signature is usually big, means that your sign in capital letters and your signature is small. So what does they all mean? So let's understand what they say.
1.18. The size of your signature.
Now let's look at the size of your signature. If your first name is bigger and more prominent in your signature, this normally means that your private self is more important to you than your public self. If your surname is bigger and more prominent, this probably means that your public self is more important to you. If your whole signature is very big compared with the rest of your writing, this normally means that you're quite a self-confident person. Some people actually sign in capital letters, which suggests that they may be big-headed or even arrogant, rather than just self-confident. On the other hand, people who sign their name with a very small signature tend to be insecure and have low self-esteem.
Oh,
Oh,
poor.
okay. So, Anna, what does it mean that your first name is bigger than your surname?
They mean that your personality, your personality is more important than public personal.
That's it. Your private self is more important.
Self.
Yes. And Giovanna, what does it mean, of course, that your surname is bigger than your first name?
The opposite of the first.
Yes,
the
it's
public
just the opposite.
is
And
more
Giovanna
important.
as well. If your whole signature is big, what does it mean?
That the person, the people that sign is very confident of yourself.
Okay, you are probably quite self-confident. And Myla, what about if you sign in capital letters?
No,
You didn't get it?
No.
Who gets?
I understand arrogant people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very, very confident.
Yeah, maybe too much confident.
Yeah, too much.
Maybe you can be big-headed or even arrogant. Okay, if your signature is small.
The person is very
insecure.
Insecure, and he has lost fewer autoesteem.
Low, yeah.
Low autoesteem.
Okay. And what do you mean with big? Okay, here. What do you mean by big-headed? Have you ever find this this word?
No, I love big-headed. Capoccione.
Big-headed.
Yes, actually, we have a different meaning. If we just translate the words as they are, we say something that is very intelligent. But it's not in English, because in English is when you're thinking that you are more important or more intelligent than you really are. That's a big-headed.
So it's similar to arrogant.
It's similar to arrogant. Yes, it's another word to say arrogant. It's big-headed. Big-headed. When you are big-headed or a swollen head, and it's yes, it's showing arrogance actually. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that was number 2, and then I think we have the legibility. So we have to understand what is happening when your signature is legible, when it's not, and the more illegible your signature is. Haha, I want to know it. I don't know it. I want to discover it.
1.19. The legibility of your signature.
Another important factor is how legible your signature is. In other words, how easy it is to read. A legible signature tends to mean that you're a person with clear ideas and objectives. On the other hand, if your signature is difficult to read, this may imply that you're somebody who doesn't think very clearly and that you may be disorganized or indecisive. It can also mean that you're quite secretive. Generally speaking, the more illegible your signature is, the less assertive you probably are as a person.
Ayla, tell us about
I don't understand the third.
I know, because it was using quite new words for you, probably. Let me see if there's the open script. No, that's not. It doesn't work, the script here. I don't know how it's possible. Okay, so when you say your signature is legible, Myla, did you understand the first one?
No, but I understand the second one.
Okay, so tell me.
The opposite.
Yeah, that should be the opposite. So tell me, which are your theories?
If your signature is legible, you are an organized person.
Yes, actually, you have clear ideas and objectives. Yeah. And what about if it's illegible?
Contrary, you have don't think clearly. Yes. And
so you see here there are many words that we should learn. You don't think clearly.
Sorry, Paola, but what does quite secretive mean?
Yeah, I was just going on to the point. You may be disorganized and indecisive. You may also be quite secretive, means that you don't want to reveal your real self. Okay, you're secretive. Actually, is not the same as shy or reserved. Secretive is something that you decide to do. You decide not to reveal your secrets. That's why you are a secretive person. Okay. Because you want to keep a secret about yourself. And then the more illegible your signature is,
I don't know. I didn't understand.
the less assertive you are. Assertive. Now, let's go on to our, do you know the word assertive? You found it. No. Not?
It's like in Italian?
Yes, it's the same in Italian, but in a way, try to explain. So if you know the word in Italian, try to explain to me in English. What do you say? Assertive is a C2 word anyway. That's why, probably. So do you know how to explain it?
Manco in italiano.
It's difficult. Okay.
I think it's the same that in Italian, because someone who is assertive behaves confidently. and it's not frightening to say what they want to believe. I think in Italian
right.
it's the same.
That's right. So in Italian, it's not the same, you think?
No, it's the same.
It is the same. It is the same. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's even a word that is coming from Latin, or anyway from European languages. That is because, you know, assertive, you say assertivo in Italian.
Yes.
Actually, even in Italian, it's a word that we don't usually use so often. But try to get into the the examples to get. If you really want the promotion, you'll have to be more assertive. Okay.
Okay.
Then what else? How can you?
And the opposite
Okay,
probably is shine. Paola?
No. I
No.
wouldn't say that is the opposite if shy, because shy is something that you do not decide to be. You are shy because it's your.
And when someone has frightened, sorry, my
it's not
to
frightened.
say what frightened, to say
Yes.
what they want or believe. Which word represent this?
So assertive
feeling.
is someone who is assertive. Behaves confidentially. Okay. So with a big self-esteem, and it's not frightened to say what they want or believe. So they're actually they are not scared of talking about their own ideas when you are assertive.
Yes, but when you are
not assertive,
or you are scary to say what you want or believe.
You say you're shy.
It's shy.
You're shy,
the word is shy.
Or you could be reserved, or you could be. It's not so easy because it depends on the content. Because sometimes you can say, for example, in a business field, to be assertive, it could be a good quality, but also you have not to be, how do you say, there's a proper word in Italian that is diplomatic also. Because actually when you are too assertive, you run the risk not to be diplomatic. That means you are not actually having any barrier, not even, and you run the risk not to be respectful of the other people. So sometimes it's not just a matter of to be shy when you're not assertive. Probably you're just very much respectful of what other people think. Do you follow? But anyway, you know, this is just the angle.
Wow.
I never realized we had an angle. But actually there is, because it could be a rising signature, rising, a descending signature, an horizontal signature, or the angle of a signature may change depending on what? Listen.
1.20. The angle of your signature.
Finally, I want to say something about the angle of your signature. That's to say whether your signature is horizontal or goes up or goes down on the page. A rising signature, one which goes up, means that you're the kind of person who, when you're faced with problems, will work hard to overcome them. You're a determined person and probably optimistic and ambitious. A descending signature, that is one which goes down, suggests that you're the kind of person who gets disheartened or depressed when you're faced with problems, perhaps because you're not very self-confident. A horizontal signature, one which goes straight across the page, usually indicates a person who is well balanced and emotionally stable, and someone who is generally satisfied with the way their life is going. But it's worth bearing in mind that the angle of our signature may change at different times of our lives, depending on how we're feeling.
Anyway, remember that this is one of the best speakers that we have in the text. So understanding him, it could be much easier than understanding other people that you have in this book. Okay, what does it mean, a rising signature, Myla?
That you are an work hard person,
Yeah.
and maybe optimistic.
Yes, work hard to overcome problems, actually. And you are determined, optimistic, and ambitious. Very good. And what about the descending, Joe?
The person is quite depressive and insecure.
Yes, and is the how to face problems, the things, actually.
Okay.
Get depressed when you have problems.
Ah, when you have problems, okay.
You are not self-confident, as you say. And what about an horizontal signature? Sorry, Anna.
The person is satisfied. What live the life.
Yeah, the ways living the life. Yes, satisfied with life, emotionally stable, well balanced.
Mm-hmm.
And Myla, the angle of a signature may change depending on
how we're feeling.
Yeah, on how you're feeling. Yes, perfect. Actually, it's very good. I want to see if we have all the text. We should. Yes, we have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have everything. 17, 18. So if you want to see all or you want to read them, you find it at page 120. So you got all the text of what we were listening to. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, you can try it, but I think is quite, it wasn't a matter of understanding in this particular listening, but it's more a matter of difficult words it was using it. So for example, let me try to, oh, look at this word. Disheartened.
Disheartened.
You're a person who gets disheartened. Yes. No, this is well balanced. You can understand it quite well.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really nice. It's worth bear in mind. Bear in mind. When I say bear in mind, okay.
Tenete presente.
Yes, that's right.
Quella di prima, disheartened, che cos'è?
Disheartened. Heart, you see the word inside is heart. So it's the negative way of feeling something with your heart. So who gets disheartened or depressed, so accorato, addolorato, because it's connected to the heart. So something that is heart in your heart. Okay.
Or scoraggiato?
Scoraggiato, because
okay.
even in scoraggiato we have the cuore
Cuore.
inside.
Mhm.
Scoraggiato o depresso. Okay.
Okay.
And
Yes.
what else? I think that not probably. The way we usually consider first name and surname. No, I think that the more unusual words that are using. Oh, here we have some like prominent, but you know. Oh, here we have the big-headed.
Okay.
Oh, this is another thing that you were trying to say. Have low self-esteem. Self-esteem. Okay. And then we don't. I beg your pardon, Mala?
Autostima?
Yes, that's it. Perfectly. Clear the signatures, somebody disorganized or that's the same. No. Oh, secretive. And there's the other word that we were talking about, to be secretive. And if we want to say the complete. Do you see the dictionary?
Yes.
Okay. So they hide their feelings, thoughts, intentions, and action from other people. So it's you do it voluntarily. You're not. It's not just a feature of your being. It's just you decide to do. It's been very secretive about his new girlfriend, so it's something that you decide. Okay, secretive. How could you translate with a similar word in Italian?
Chiuso, no. No.
How?
Chiuso. Chiuso in se
No?
stesso, no?
No, not really.
Che decidi di essere
Yeah,
così.
that's it. You're secretive.
Mm.
They say even mainly disapproving. You don't find it.
Si può tradurre in italiano.
You can do even in this. Because they could probably say riservato.
Esatto.
But I don't think they riservato.
Riservato.
Yeah. Okay. Because riservato you usually is when you is different secretive. I think that there's no right secretive you want to hide. Riservato even, but not so much. You know, to find the real proper word, you have to be into the discussion. Where's Joanna? No, she's gone, probably. I mean, I don't see her, but I think she's voluntarily closed the
Mezzogiorno.
Oh yes, she say, yeah, she say, okay, so we're going, yeah, she's right. Okay, let's go back to our...
Anche misterioso, no? Riservato misterioso.
Yeah, that's it. Misterioso could be more secretive than, it depends on the, actually, on the, how you, okay. So, we are not gonna go in more over. Oh, okay. This taking notes. Can you please read, Myla, the taking notes?
We often need to take notes when we are listening, for example, to somebody giving a lecture. If you need to take notes when you are listening to someone speaking in English, try to write down keywords or phrases because you won't have time to write complete sentences. Afterwards, you could expand your notes into full sentences.
Actually, there are people that are making lessons on how to take notes. Yeah, because some people, they are very good in taking notes and some other, they are not. I realized that I became quite a good taker of notes in my recent years, because when I was at school, I wasn't able at all to take notes because probably I wasn't able to fix exactly what was important for me in what they say. When I went to the university, I immediately realized the focus words that were important for me to fix the learning. And so I was able to take notes. But actually, I think that you have to be quite expert in something to take good notes. Are you able to take notes, Mila?
Yes, in general, yes.
Yeah.
And I take notes very clear. I write word, specific word, and I made come si dice, schemi.
Yes, grills.
Grills, arrows, and
Okay.
I use a schematic system.
Oh, I see. That's interesting.
Brava.
Yeah, very well done. And don't you think that while you're doing it, you could run the risk of losing what the speaker is saying?
No, because I listening and I follow the come si dice, il discorso,
Yeah, the speech.
The speech while I write.
So you can keep your attention up even if you're writing and doing two things together.
Yes. I made school when I was young, because when I made my homework, I listening to music and I sing while I write or wrote, giusto. So
actually, if you use while, it's while I was writing, because while it means in a period of time. But anyway, don't worry.
Aiuto.
That's okay. That's okay. Fine. And you, Anna, can you take notes?
I take notes in Italian language.
Yes, of course.
But in English, no, I don't be able because
probably you never did.
I lose the sense of speech.
Yeah, so or you are keeping attention on what the speaker is saying, or you take notes at the moment in English, because you never did it actually. But this is very important. I remember the lectures. You know what lectures are? No? Lecture.
Lecture.
What does it mean, a lecture?
Una lettura, no?
No. It's similar to speech, but usually we can translate as a conferenza. Ok, conferenza, un discorso. And usually, I remember when I've been to study English the first time in England, when I was a teenager, of course, and with the courses, there were so many lectures, and I couldn't understand why do they give lectures in this way. But this is very important to listen, starting to listen with lectures, so that there's a topic and there's one person speaking. Nobody else is interrupted. This person is speaking about that topic that you should be aware of, so you know what they are talking about, and you just listen. And this is a fantastic exercise to improve your listening. That means that you can try, Anna and Myla, to do in English as well, all of you, to try to take notes when a person is speaking. So what I suggest you, do you know TED lectures? The TED?
TED?
I'm sharing with you. TED Talks. TED Talks. Do you see my computer?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Here are TED Talks. TED. T-E-D. TED Talks. TED Talks, they are, here of course is the site, but is very much used, and even there's a part that is just made for education. And there are just some people that are talking about any kind of subject that you can choose. Usually the talks can be short, very short, or a bit longer. Usually they are never very, very long, and they are talking about a specific topic. And then, of course, you have to choose the person that is speaking a kind of English that is understandable for you. So, of course, not just British people, but people that are educated, at least educated, and they can talk properly. And so you can follow a complete lecture. There is plenty. I mean, this is really millions of videos online. And you can try, you find out something that is interesting for you, and then you listen for the first time, and then you can try to take notes. So what I'm going to do for your weekend, so even who is not connected like Antonella or anybody else would be happy about it, I'm going to choose 1 or 2 videos about TED Talks, and I'm sending to you, and you try to do this exercise. Just try to understand the first time, and meanwhile, if you want, or after a second time that you're watching it, you try to take notes of what they say. Of course, this should be made without any subtitles in any language, not even in English. Just try to understand it. So I'm going to select a couple of videos for this kind of exercise, but then I invite you to do your own selection and to see what is more interesting for you. For example, dance, they're talking about dance, and you know, even to discover some more language that you could probably not be aware of. Okay, what do you think? Okay, I'm gonna do this job for you, and let's see. I hope so next time. I think that for December, we are not gonna meet in presence anymore, Myla. Even because there's just you, actually.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so for this, I think that because there's just some, let's see the calendar. So we have next lesson is the 15th, that is okay, online. Then we got the 18th, that we could be online as well.
Ma possiamo anticipare pure una mezz'ora?
Yeah.
Stiamo a casa, non lo so
Okay.
voi come siete messi,
Okay,
però...
no, for me.
Ma non c'è problema.
Okay, let's write even in the group. Okay, for me is perfect. 10:30. Let's do 10:30 both the 15th and the 18th.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk to the other students and we'll get back. And the 22nd, no problem. That would be the last one before Christmas. Then the 23rd, who is coming for the film is coming, who is not.
Sì, io vengo giovedì.
Where? No, because Anna, Myla, he was confused about the day, but no problem. And then we are going to meet again the 29th.
Sì, sì.
Okay, online.
Il primo, prof.
The first.
Visti i tempi, prof.
E tanto il 31 sera cosa volete fare?
Esatto, è quello dico, visti i tempi potremmo fare pure una tombola dal 31.
Adesso, okay, let's stay there and let's close the recording. One moment. I'm okay. No, sorry, I didn't. Okay, let's interrupt the recording
ancora?
for now. Yes,
C'è
yes,
ancora?
for now. Yes, it's good.